Marvel Rivals Season 2.5 is right around the corner, releasing on May 30th, and I got the lucky opportunity to hop on these servers early and actually show you guys what it is to expect with this update. Of course, thank you Marvel Rivals for this opportunity, and let's get straight into the updates. We're gonna go in a little bit of an order, starting off with this main menu screen to see exactly what's new and different. Starting off with the brand new free skin event. Similar to Season 2, they had the Mantis Flora skin. This time around, we have the brand new Hawkeye binary arrow skin, which looks extremely freaking cool with like some Ultron looking tech. I like it, it looks fire. And this event, this skin, completely free. All you gotta do is do these challenges similar to the Mantis skin during the start of Season 2. So the next thing we have to look at is actually a mini battle pass they're including called the Combat Chest. Complete matches to earn and level up to claim epic rewards. The Combat Chest is available for a limited time, but you can activate the premium one to get all the rewards in it and continue to unlock it at any time, similar to the Battle Pass system. So the first one we got is a Make It Rain emote with Emma, which is crazy. Then we have an Ultimate Wind Rider spray. We have a emote for Storm, and we get a little teaser for skin right here. I'll show it off in a second. We get a nameplate for Storm, and we get the Ultimate Wind Rider costume, which honestly is really cool because this costume in the comic books is very new. This is actually from the Ultimate Black Panther series that's happening right now. Very new, 2024. So that's pretty cool. It's a little nerd thing that I like. So we got a spray of Krakoa seedlings. We have the MVP for the Storm skin. Check that out. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. It's a good fit. Then we get a Cerebro collectible. Oh, a Psylocke emote. Harmony duets. Oh, that's cute. I like that. That's a cool emote. Then we get an Ultron emblem. And we get a Galactica mood bundle. Okay. And then we continue on. We get a Future Foundation Mr. Fantastic nameplate. An Emma Frost emblem spray. An Identity Overhaul emote for Mr. Fantastic. Cute. That's kind of cool. Nothing too crazy there. Future Foundation spray. The MVP for this new Future Foundation skin, which Spiderweb. Oh, that's cool. It's the MVP for Future Foundation Mr. Fantastic, but it shows the whole other squad, the rest of the freaking squad, and their soon-to-be skins and outfits in the game. We got Sue, Thing, and Spider-Man Future Foundation. That's cool. I like that a lot. And then here's the actual skin itself for Future Foundation Mr. Fantastic. That's cool. That's cool. It reminds me of what is it, the Iron Fist and Black Widow skin that they had, like the New Year bundle that they had. That was cool. Oh, Magneto emote. That's kind of cool. Look, he got a special sword. That's tough. We got a spray with that sword. And also, this Magneto skin is his first legendary skin, so this nameplate is actually animated. And then we get some basic emoji bundles. We get his MVP. He took off Ultron's head and turned him into a sword. That is tough. Turning him into the binary sword. That is hard. Let's see Magneto himself. That's hard. He was holding a Cerebro like that? No, he's tough, bro. That's a cool looking skin, dude. That is a cool looking skin. Magneto's first legendary skin in this game. So that's the combat chest. I think it's about 700-ish. 690 lattice to buy it. So it's less than a battle pass. You know, 690, not too bad to get 3 skins, 2 epic, 1 legendary, and a couple other stuff in between. So not too bad for the price point, about $7 worth. So let's check out what else we have in the store. So in the store, we got the new legendary Groot skin and the Tron skin called X-Tron. So let's check this out. This looks pretty cool. He's looking dripped out. I'm not gonna lie, he's looking dripped out. Let's check out his MVP. Check it out. Okay, it's kind of trippy. And then this one's just an epic skin. That looks pretty cool. Let's check out his emote. Messing with Cerebro? Stop messing with Cerebro. What's wrong with you? Cool nameplate. And we got the spray. That's a cool spray. And then let's check out your Groots. Idrisil version of Groots. This is fire. This is his legendary skin. This looks pretty. Oh, that's a cool looking. Look at the aura. He's got. Oh, I like that. That looks really good. Let's check out his MVP. Oh, that's a super pretty like MVP and skin. Check out his emote. Aw, little rainbow. Oh, that's cute. He gets a rainbow ring. I love that. Okay. The nameplate, pretty cool. And then we got a spray. Nice, which I do believe that is the only skins that are dropping on 2.5. We do have the new moods, which you can add to your name. So you could buy a Jeff one, just as you saw, as like we had the Galactica and or Galacta and other ones in the other like combat shop. You got these ones, which is kind of cute. Oh, now let's start heading into the actual patch notes. Before that, let's check out Ultron's stuff. So here's Ultron. He's considered a 2-star difficulty strategist. And we can head over to his proficiency and check out his stuff here. Basic KO prompt, his captain KO prompt, and his centurion KO prompt. That looks pretty cool. The little laser beams, and he's got like the circle auras going around. Yeah, that looks pretty good with the red, white, and black. It's not bad. Ooh, his Lord icon's pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. That's a cool looking Lord icon. Man, even his normal icon's kind of cool. Like Ultron just got aura, dude. Like he looks sick. And then here's his spray for Knight as well. Yeah, no, he looks tough. That's super cool. Now here's Ultron's ability page. We see his left click is called Encephalo Ray, unleash a burning energy beam. His right click is called Imperative Firewall, summon drones to grant bonus health to allies within range, centered on himself and the ally marked by Imperative Patch. Now his E ability, Imperative Patch, command a giant drone to follow an ally, constantly healing allies within its radius, with more healing for that designated ally. Now his left shift, Dynamic Flight, fly quickly in the direction of movement and then enter an accelerated state. And now his Q, Rage of Ultron, summon Ultron drones to fire Encephalo Rays, damaging enemies or healing allies. And as for his team up ability, Nano Ray with Iron Man, it's basically a blue beam that allows him to do damage and heal, and it goes through anybody. So here's his left click. It kind of does a little bit of like a quick tick and then a burst. Quick tick, burst. And it also has abysmal range. You can go anywhere with this. This is, I shouldn't be hitting from this far, but I am, which is kind of insane. Here's a shift, so you get a good boost of whatever direction you kind of want to go in. And then for 8 seconds, you have increased movement speed. Now, as for the drone, if I throw the drone at the center bot, you actually see that the number above its head is 2. That means how many people it's healing. So now it's actually healing 4 because of the 3 bots and me included. You do get healed in your own place, in your own drone spot. And this drone, you cannot destroy until Ultron is dead or is just moved. You can lose line of sight on it. And if you do lose line of sight, you actually need to make sure you kind of peek again before the drone ends up disappearing, which is pretty neat and a good way to put it. And now as for his right click, everybody gets a good little bonus shield, which, hey, that's pretty good. And here is his ultimate ability, which does pretty good damage. Look at that, pretty good damage. And then of course, you can bring it over here and heal some allies. And that's Ultron's kit. Let me grab Iron Man for his team up. So here's Iron Man, and here is the Nano Ray team up. As you can see, I'm healing through him and also doing damage to the next guy. So that's how this works, and also has unnecessary range and has about a 22-second cooldown, it seemed like. You do not heal with your left click or anything like that. It is strictly the drone and the shield that you have, so be wary of that. He's definitely more of like an Adam Warlock Mantis type healer. There's not a lot of constant healing going on, but his damage, hey. And you can also get a lot of shield for yourself. You can bring your HP up to 375 with your shift and your right click, giving you a boost of HP, which is kind of insane, I'm not gonna lie. He's looking extremely fierce, dude. Extremely fierce. Now let's get into the Vanguard update. Captain America's HP has actually been reduced by 25. He went from 600 to 575, but since he is the team up anchor, he's at 675 HP. And as for his right click, which is his shield, there's a longer cooldown on it. It used to be 2 seconds, now it's 4 seconds of recovery time, which is kind of insane how much longer it takes. And then his ultimate takes longer to get as well, going from 2800 to 3100. For Doctor Strange, they changed the fall off damage distance for his left click. It used to start at 10 meters and reducing to 62.5% at 20 meters. Now it still starts at 10 meters, but actually reduces to 80% at 20 meters. And for his E, there is no more damage range fall off for his E. So whatever area it is, it's gonna do full damage no matter how far you are from it, which is, that's a bit of a change. That's a bit of a change for sure. That's a good buff. For Emma Frost, her left click range has been increased from 15.5 meters to now 18 meters, which is pretty far. Her right click shield HP has gone down from 500 to 400. And we see the cooldown of Carbon Crush has gone from 5 seconds to 6 seconds on cooldown. And it also decreased the damage of Crystal Kick from 50 to 40 and decreased the extra damage dealt when propelling the enemies to the wall from 100 to 90, which that's a lot of words I just said there, but let me show you guys. If you kick them into the wall, it's a little bit less damage than before. And then of course the cooldown has been pushed up. So that's the changes for Emma Frost, but hey, her left click, you can be pretty far from the enemies now. For Groot, we see his Vine Strike has actually changed from 70 damage down to 65, and his Iron Wall cooldown has gone up from 8 seconds to a 12-second cooldown when it's broken. So bit of a nerf to Groot, buddy. For Magneto, the only change for him is the time on his rings. It was 4 seconds per stack, now it's 3 seconds per stack. So he's gonna be getting his right click a little bit faster than he did before, which is cool. Now Thor actually went through a pretty big change. His right click hammer throw is now a normal ability. They removed the Thor Force cost and universal cooldown on it and adjusted the ability cooldown to 6 seconds. So now Thor gains 1 Thor Force from each hammer throw enemy hit, and they decreased the hit damage from 70 to 45 and the return damage from 30 to 20. On top of that, they decreased the shield value gain while consuming Thor Force. So they adjusted the bonus health gains from each Thor Force consumed from 100 to 75 and adjusted the maximum bonus health from 200 to 150. So you do have a lot less health when you're consuming your Thor Force, but this is kind of why they did it. So what you can do is you can go into your F combo, spam out your damage, and right when you're off it, you can right click, one tap, back to it. There's no cooldown on it. So you can kind of pump out more damage, but you lose a little bit of your HP and survivability. So we'll just have to wait and see if Thor becomes meta or if this change is actually for the worse. So Hawkeye got some interesting changes as well. They increased the base damage of his arrow from 32 to 34, and they increased the projectile damage of Blast Arrow from 15 to 16, and the spell fuel damage from 32 to 34. And they also increased the maximum focus from 70 to 75, increasing the charge speed when aiming at an enemy from 100 per second to 108 per second, and charge fall off speed from 30 per second to 32 per second. So he's gonna be doing more damage, charging up extremely fast for his update. Now the only thing for Hela's change is she got 2 more ammo. She went from 8 shots to now having 10 shots. Now for Human Torch, they reduced the damage of Fire Cluster from 7 per hit to 6 per hit, and they also increased the charge speed of Blazing Blast from 2 seconds to 3 seconds, and then they decreased the shield value gain from Flaming Meteor from 75 to 50, and they increased the cooldown from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. So quite the change there for Human Torch. He might not be as strong as he once was, but probably can still be a pretty good character. For Iron Fist, they lowered the Dragon's defense damage blocked bonus health conversion rate from 1.5 to 1.3, and they decreased the maximum bonus health converted from damage blocked from 200 to 175, and they actually slightly decreased the dash distance of his Yat-Ji Chung Quen in the Z-axis direction when there is no target, and also reduced Dragon defense cooldown reduction from Jeet Kune Do hits from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. So he's getting a lot less bonus HP and a little bit less movement if he was just to swing around. For Iron Man, they did remove him from the Gamma team up, but they made him the anchor for Ultron's team up, so he got a 5% damage boost from that. So what they did was decrease the projectile damage of the third repulsor blast from 50 to 45, so that's his left click, and his spell field damage from 60 to 55, and they reduced the overdrive maximum bonus health from 100 to 50 bonus health instead. So a little bit of a damage and health decrease for Iron Man. For Namor, they increased the cooldown of Blessing of the Deep from 15 seconds to 20 seconds, and they expanded Horn of Protest, the ultimate ability. The inner circle radius is actually larger from 3 meters to 3.5, and the outer is from 8 to 9 meters, but they decreased the outer circle hit damage from 200 to 180. And they also adjusted the Monstro damage drop off, starting at 20 meters, reducing to 30% at 40 meters, to starting at 20 meters, reducing to 50% at 40 meters instead. So they're having a little bit more damage at a longer distance. For Psylocke, they decreased the retrieval damage for Wing Shuriken from 14 to 12 per hit, and decreased the invisibility duration from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. So you're not getting too far with that invis anymore. For Squirrel Girl, they actually increased her ammo capacity from 12 shots to 12 shots, and they changed the cooldown from her E actually being 12 seconds, bringing it down to 12 seconds. So a little bit faster on your E, and then they optimized her ultimate a little bit better to just hit targets a bit more cleanly. For Star-Lord, they increased the energy cost of his ultimate from 3100 to 3400, and they extended the maximum target range from 30 meters to 40 meters for his ultimate, and the damage fall off has also been changed, reducing to 60% at 40 meters to now being reduced to 75% at 40 meters. For Storm, they increased the damage of her ultimate ability from 150 per second to 160 per second now. For Punisher, they increased his mag size from 30 to 40 and his single hit damage from 18 to 19, and they slightly reduced his weapon spread when firing. And as for his ultimate, they reduced the movement slow from his ultimate from 20% to 10% when not firing, and from 40 to 30% when he is firing. Now for Strategist, Jeff the Landshark got a pretty major change. Starting off with his left click, it does healing and damage, and you can heal and damage through your allies, which is kind of insane at 70 per second. The damage fall off starts at 20 meters to a maximum of 65% at 40 meters, and reduces the health per second from 150 to 130. For his right click, he actually only has 3 charges now, but it pushes enemies back, and the spell field damage has changed from 40 to 45. And as for his E, he also only has 3 bubbles, but now it's a healing over time thing instead of an instant heal from 85 to 120 over 4 seconds. And they also removed the pushback effect that the bubbles would have. As for his shift ability, he actually has a timer that reduces down at 20 per second while submerged and restores by 15 per second when he's not submerged. They also changed the cost for his ultimate ability from 4,000 to 4,500, and now any allies eaten by it will actually grant 45 health per second as bonus HP up to 150, and they increased the damage reduction received when taking a critical hit from 50% to 70%. For Luna Snow, they increased the energy cost of her ultimate from 4,500 to 5,000, and now her left click actually does more damage and more healing from 20 to 22. And now her absolute zero effect actually gives her 50 shield for each enemy hit, which is her snowball. For Rocket Raccoon, they reduced the repair mode direct hit healing amount from 55 to 50, so that's actually just hitting your ally directly with your heal balls. Now let's look at team up abilities, starting off with Hawkeye and Luna Snow. They have a new team up arrow, Ice Arrow, that actually goes through walls, and the further the distance you are, the more damage it'll be. Also, you have to be a certain further distance to actually make the target freeze. If you're too close with the Ice Arrow, it'll actually only slow the target. More specifically, Hawkeye has to be about 30-ish meters away to actually freeze a target. Now for Jeff and Storm's ultimate, you actually turn into Jeff NATO, adding more time to Storm's ultimate and allowing Jeff to swallow any other target going on and spit them out once it's over. Crazy. Now here is Black Panther and Punisher's team up. So she activates a C ability which allows her to actually shoot through multiple enemies, but also you don't have to reload. You can keep spamming until it's done. It doesn't do headshots though, so that's a good thing at least. It doesn't count for headshots, but it does go through multiple enemies, but you can spam it for the entire timer. There is no reloading at all. Just to go over it again, Ultron and Iron Man's team up allows you to have a special nano beam that lets you heal and do damage through enemies all at once, which is extremely useful. The next team up with Penny and Rocket Raccoon is actually a little bit interesting because it works on both sides. Normally just one character has the bonus. Technically both of them have this bonus. So with Rocket Raccoon, his now deployable respawn beacon is actually a web and spawns drones to protect it. Now for Penny's side, she actually gets a different bonus. Now as for Penny, she actually gets 2 spider nests. She has her regular one and she has another one that she can put anywhere, basically giving her 3 total spider nests available on the map with Rocket's respawn beacon. That's a lot of coverage. The final team up is Jeff and Venom, allowing Jeff the Land Shark to use a tendril to attach to Venom and any other allies nearby and heal them over time. Now, the last thing we have to look at for this update is the brand new convoy map for Arakko, which, let's get straight into it. It's just a private match. We're just gonna be flying around and showing you guys the details for the map. And also, what is Dr. Doom doing over here? You know what I'm saying? Get in the game already, dog. I wanna play you. So we are on the defense side. Here's the map. It looks insanely huge. Oh my God. This map looks crazy. What can we destroy in here? Nothing yet. Okay, we can destroy these little tips. Okay. Oh, they got portals similar to the other Krakoa map. So you can kind of TP around as well. Okay. I remember this spot from like the trailer. Where does this teleport me towards? Oh. Okay, just put me over here to the side. This map looks kind of nuts, dude. And then there's the convoy. Look at that. What a cool looking convoy. Whoa, Krakoa. Look at that, the living island. Oh, my bad. The Krakoa seedlings chilling with bros. That's cool. Let's check out the rest of this like area. What else we got? We got some med packs over here. We can fly out over here. There's the enemy spawn for the start of the map. Oh. Little, what if you fall down here like you're just cooked? What the heck? There's the enemy spawn. We got other little tight rooms over here. Okay, this map looks kind of crazy. Ooh, what is over here? What can I break over here? A little secret path? Oh, well, there's something right here anyways, but there is a special little entrance right there if you guys are curious. These pillars are destructible as well. Oh, I didn't mean to touch that. Oh, no, you're moonwalking now. I wanted you to just keep going forward. Sorry, dog. Well, I guess we can look closer at you now. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. And it's a 3-point map for Convoy, which pretty cool. Dude, this map is huge, man. We got some more destructible walls that lead over there. This looks nuts. You can break this stuff up here for some reason. There's Ultron's crazy mug. Look at that. Holy, dude. Can we break this? Oh, we can. Where does this take us? Oh. Oh, a health pack. Another location. Oh, yeah, this looks kind of nuts, dude. Here's like the long hallway path. Anything I remember this from the... Okay, there's nothing even... You can't even break anything here. This is going to be a crazy point to hold. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. Wow, okay. This map looks kind of insane, dude. I'm not going to lie. This map actually looks insane. Look at this. What's down here? Oh, it's Warlock. Oh, I broke Warlock. My fault. My fault. Hey, Doom, what are you doing? We got Warlock right there for any super comic book nerds like myself. That's pretty cool to see. We got Dr. Doom, Sentinel bots right here. That looks freaking creepy. And then we got the final point over here. Dang! This is a crazy... Oh, wait, you can break this? Oh, you can break the cables. Is that I feel like that's probably like an achievement, huh? I wouldn't be surprised if that's something achievement-based. To get some points or something. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But you can break these too. Oh, what the heck? Well, there you guys go. There's the new map Arakko, and then just the update in general for Marvel Rivals Season 2.5. I hope you guys enjoyed, and you know, leave a like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope to see you guys playing on Season 2.5 on May 30th. Peace out.